Hi, boys and girls. So we are going to finish Tip Top Tappin Mom. And we left off at chapter 11. Katie's mom Katie had switcherooed into her mom and kind of made a mess of her audition. And now she didn't want to dance anymore. Mac, you want to say hi? Say hi, boys and girls. Okay, all right. Chapter 11. The next day, it was very quiet at Katie's house. There was no tapping, stomping, or clapping. It was the perfect place to study. Your mom's not going to dance at all anymore? Emma W. asked her. She and George had come over to look at some of Katie's dad's stamped albums. Katie shook her head. Mom put the tap shoes away. She says she's looking for a new hobby. You should try archery, George suggested. That's my dad's hobby. He's teaching me how to shoot arrows now. That's really cool, Emma W. said. Archery is an Olympic sport, George said. The Olympics started in Greece, Emma W. told him. And Greece is located in what sea? The Mediterranean, George exclaimed happily. You got it, Emma W. said with a smile. Katie wished she could be as interested in her friend as her friends were in geography, but right now all she could think about was how her mom had stopped dancing and how it had been all Katie's fault. I have to get going, Emma W. said. I promised my mom I'd be home early. I guess I should go home too, George said. But this has been great. Those stamps really make studying geography fun. You should bring one of your dad's stamp albums to school tomorrow. Then everyone in our class can study with it. I don't know, Katie began. It would totally give our class an advantage over 4B, Katie Kazoo, George said. That stamp album would be our secret weapon. Katie thought about that. I guess I could bring one album, she said, but just for tomorrow. Bring the one with the stamps from South America, Emma W. suggested. She slipped on a little pink sweater. That's pretty, Katie told her. Thanks, Emma W. replied. My mom and I made it together. She's teaching me how to knit. Cool, Katie said. It's fun, Emma W. said, and it's something special I do with my mom. She doesn't knit with anyone else, not my sister Lacey or any of my brothers. Katie knew that must make Emma W. really happy. With so many kids in her house, it was hard for Emma W. to get special time with her mom. Suddenly, a big smile flashed on Katie's face. Hooray! Katie Kazoo had just gotten one of her great ideas. Tap, tap, shuffle. The next morning, Katie danced her way into Class 4A. What are you doing, Emma W. asked her. Tap dancing, Katie explained. My mom is teaching me. I thought you said your mom wasn't taking tap dancing lessons anymore, Emma W. said. She isn't, Katie said. But I asked her if she could teach me to dance.
Did you do a like?
Remember, I'm reading to the boys and girls. I thought it could be our special hobby. Like the way you and your mom knit and George and his dad do archery. Cool, Emma W. said. My mom taught me a few steps, Katie said. We might even make up a dance together. Tap dancing is fun. Are you going to be in the tap-off, Emma W. asked her. Katie shrugged. My mom still doesn't want to, but maybe she'll change her mind. Just then, George walked over to where Emma W. and Katie were sitting. Did you bring the secret weapon, he asked her. Katie patted her backpack. It's right here. We have to be careful with it. My dad would be really upset if anything happened to his stamps. George smiled. The stamp album will be fine, he said. What could happen? Chapter 12. Katie could lose the stamp album. That was what could happen. This is so not good, Katie told a group of her friends during lunch. You gotta be quiet. I promised my dad I wouldn't let anything happen to any of his stamps, and now I've lost a whole book of them. Calm down, Emma W. said. They couldn't have just disappeared. When did you have them last? I don't remember, Katie told her. I had them in the classroom early in the morning, and you and I were looking at them in the library. After that, I'm not sure. We'll just have to go everywhere you went today and look for them, George said. But I was all over the school, Katie said. The library, the gym, our classroom. I was in the bathroom, too, twice. Kevin took out a piece of paper and a pen. What are you doing, Katie asked him. I'm drawing a map of the school, Kevin explained. We'll follow the map and look for the book during recess. But recess is so short, Katie said. We don't have time to search the whole school. That's okay, Kevin said. I'm splitting the map into 4 parts. I'll look in the north part of the school. George will look in the south, Emma will look in the east, and you can look in the west. School geography, George exclaimed. This will be fun, Emma W. added. Katie sighed. She didn't care if school geography was fun. She just wanted it to work. Right after the kids finished their lunch, they started their search. Katie raced to the west side of the school. First, she stopped in the girls' room where she had gone just before gym. She searched all the stalls, but the stamp album wasn't there. Then she ran to the gym, where Class 4A had played Class 4B in basketball and lost. Now the stamp album wasn't there either. The stamp album wasn't there either. Finally, Katie went into the library. That shows them searching. That was the last place she actually remembered looking at the stamp album. "Hi, Katie," Miss Folio, the school librarian, greeted her. "Have you come to spend recess in the library?" Katie shook her head. "I'm looking for my dad's stamp album. Have you seen it?" "No," Miss Folio said. "Are you sure you had it in here?" "Yes," Katie assured her. "Emma and I were looking at it at the table near the window." Miss Folio thought for a minute. "Mr. Keaton's first grade class was in here right after your class left. Maybe one of the first graders saw it." "Do you think Mr. Keaton would let me ask the kids if they did?" Katie asked. "It's very important. My dad will be so upset if I don't get his stamps back." "I'm sure Mr. Keaton will let you look for the stamp album." Miss Folio looked up at the clock. "The first grader is having snack now. They should be in their classroom." "Thanks, Miss Folio," Katie said as she dashed out of the library and ran farther down the hall to Mr. Keaton's room. The first graders were having crackers and milk when Katie knocked on Mr. Keaton's door. "Katie," Mr. Keaton greeted her. "What a surprise! Why aren't you on the playground with the other fourth graders?" "I lost something important," Katie told him. "I'm spending recess looking for it. Miss Folio said one of your kids might have seen it." "What did you lose?" Mr. Keaton asked. "My dad's stamp album," Katie told him. "It's a black binder filled with pages of stamps." "Did any of you see a black binder?" Mr. Keaton asked his class. A small girl with a head of blonde curls raised her hand shyly. "I found a binder in the library." She pulled it out of her desk. "That's it!" Katie exclaimed happily. "This binder has lots of little stickers," the little girl said. "That's what I thought at first too," Katie said, "but they're really stamps from other countries." Katie showed the little girl a few of the stamps. Then she took the binder, thanked Mr. Keaton, and raced off to tell her friends that she'd found the album. Tap, tap, tap. Katie was so happy she danced the whole way. Chapter 13. This is called Geography B. Katie was still tapping on Saturday morning when she and her mother arrived at the Cherrydale Mall for the big tap-off. Mrs. Crew, Emma W. Emma W. exclaimed when she saw them. "I thought you weren't going to dance in the tap-off." Katie's mom shrugged. "I guess I realized the tap-off is about showing people how great tap dancing is, not about being in the front of the crowd." Do you guys hear Mac? He's being kind of naughty. Katie was surprised. "My mom's here with me," Emma W. told Katie and her mom, and Lacey. Katie was surprised to see Emma W.'s teenage sister. She hardly ever did anything with Emma W. "Hi, Wendy," Mrs. Weber greeted Katie. "Yes, Mom. Emma told us about this, and we just had to come. Tap dancing sounds like such a fun mother-daughter thing to do." "It is," Katie's mom assured her. "In fact, Katie and I have been talking to Miss Ricky about starting a mother-daughter class." "We would definitely sign up," Miss Weber replied. "I could use the exercise, and it would be fun for the girls." You see him throwing stuff down my steps. I think he wants my attention. "I'm so glad you didn't give up on tap dancing," Mrs. Crew, Emma W. said. "I have Katie to thank for that," Katie's mom said. "She convinced me to stick with it. And with some hard work, I'm going to get better and better." "Hard work always pays off," Katie said. "That's how Emma won our Geography Bee yesterday." "Congratulations, Emma," Mrs. Crew said. "You should have seen how mad." Who do you think was mad?
Me.
Suzanne was that someone from 4B didn't win, Katie told her mom. "She almost popped a button on her lederhosen." "Lederhosen?" Mrs. Crew asked. "You know, those leather shorts kids wear in Germany," Emma W. explained. Suzanne was wearing them to help her study Europe. Mrs. Crew giggled. "Suzanne is one of a kind," she said. Just then, loud music began blaring through the parking lot.
Bang, 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 bang.
"Let's dance," Mrs. Crew cheered. Toe, heel, ball, change, spin. As she twirled around, Katie grinned happily. Despite everything, Katie's mom was still dancing and having a great time. And so was Katie. Take that, magic wind. And then it says, a world of record breakers. Katie and her friends are really world-class geography experts. Now they're sharing the whole world of fun facts with you. The world's highest mountain is Mount Everest. At its highest point, the mountain is more than 29,000 feet above sea level. The lowest spot on land is the Dead Sea in Israel. It's located over 1,300 feet below sea level. The largest ocean is the Pacific Ocean, which covers about 30% of the planet. It covers more than 60 million square miles. The smallest ocean is the Arctic Ocean. It covers less than 6 million square miles of the planet. That is only about 3% of the Earth's surface. Australia is the world's smallest continent. It's almost 3 million square miles, which is actually smaller than the country of Brazil. The world's largest continent is Asia. More than 3 billion people live there. And that's the end. We will start a new book on Monday. Look at that face.
Okay.
Say bye, boys and girls.
Bye, bye, Rouge.
All right, bye, guys.